Guys, what is the crack? Crypto with Danny. Welcome to Crypto with Danny. This is the place where we teach you how to retire early. Jump on the Crypto with Danny website if you want to learn how. We do consulting and we do workshops. And this had to happen. This massive bleed event that we're going through, in the middle of, we're probably not finished yet, but this has to happen, okay? And it's happened many times before, in all sorts of different things, okay? Where you get this massive capitulation or melt event. And it's basically how the universe works, okay? You've got to kill off the bad, alright? And that's how the good gets stronger. And I know it's horrible, and when you've misallocated, and you didn't get this fact, well then unfortunately it's a painful lesson. But if this is your first tour of duty, if this is your second tour of duty, your second year, your third tour, or your fourth, you'll start to learn that this needs to happen. And by this happening, by these massive crashes that happen, guys, it allows us to build back better, build back stronger. The good survive, the capital is allocated into the good, and all the money that was in bad, shitty things, that gets reallocated into good stuff, okay? Because when you have a crypto market where you can buy anything and get rich, you've got to understand that's not going to work long term, okay? Because that's arguing with the rules of reality and the rules of the universe. Life's not that simple. Life is more difficult, okay? And there must be consequences. And in life, in a free market, good gets rewarded and bad gets punished, okay? And crypto markets, they are a free market. Maybe they're some of the most freest markets in the world because they're not regulated and they're not controlled by a central bank, I suppose. Okay, so we have this free marketness, and by having free marketness, it means that when we get ahead of ourselves, when we get out of our control, when we think it's easy, we get punished, and you get this catastrophic collapse event. But ultimately, it's beautiful, okay? Because it allows us to build back better. It allows the capital to go into the projects that have long-term fundamentals, okay? And what I always, ask myself for, because this is my first mad crash when I've seen everything collapse. And I suppose we've been in a bear market for 6 months, and then we're after dropping another, 10-15%, is I ask myself the question, Dinny, and remember, hit the like button if you like these lessons, because Crypto with Danny channel, we're not that big compared to all the other shield channels where they shield crap and junk and their communities get wrecked and their communities stay poor. Crypto with Danny, we just do the same fundamental principle that we've been talking about for years. And in the bull market, it wasn't exciting to buy Bitcoin, and in the bear market, nobody wants to buy Bitcoin because the price has crashed. But the fundamental thesis around the Crypto with Danny pension plan is to stack good things and to hold them forever, or to hold them for a really long time, okay? So it's not sexy, it's not attractive, but it works, and it makes you financially free, and it will allow you to retire early, okay, if that's what you seek. The short-term gratification is like, I always consider it's like taking steroids in fitness. If you want to lose weight, you can take steroids, you can cheat, but you're stealing from your future because you're going to die sooner by taking steroids. Okay, so it's unfortunate, so don't go that route. Just put in the hard work and be patient, move your body every day and try and eat less junk food and drink less beer. We can all take that advice, myself included. Okay, but that's the way that works. Alright, so what we can do is, I ask myself, has Bitcoin changed? No. And remember, my thesis is that Bitcoin is the transition. Bitcoin is a new money. I have a couple of ways to explain Bitcoin, and depending on where you are in your Bitcoin understanding curve, okay, depending on where you are, I explain it to you differently. If someone's brand new and they're trying to get their head around it, it's an investment asset. It's digital gold, okay? Then I'll move them along the route that Bitcoin is money, okay? And then I'll move them along the route to, Bitcoin is money, because when you look at money, Bitcoin is the emergence of a new money. And some people are miles away from even getting that. I know I didn't get that for a period of years, okay? And now I understand Bitcoin as the transition from digital store of value, from physical store of value, to digital store of value. That is so enormous, you've no idea. And that only happens once in the lifetime of humanity. And we're living through it. And we're in the early days of it, okay? So Bitcoin hasn't changed one bit. The amount of people who understand Bitcoin may have changed. And that's why the price of Bitcoin has gone down. But Bitcoin's fundamentals are still the exact same. And Bitcoin is still this beautiful, amazing money, asset, store of value, technology that's being created, okay? So one Bitcoin still equals one Bitcoin. And for me, remember, and you're probably sick of hearing me saying this, all the experienced community, but for the benefit of the newer people, my aim is to help you understand that you don't lose until you sell, okay? So even if you aped into Bitcoin at 50 grand and you're deep underwater now, well, if you can understand the protocol, the software, the technology, and realize that short term no one knows where this thing is going, okay? But long term, we can look at the long term fundamentals, and I'll tell you one little story, guys, that might help. Jeff Bezos is the richest man in the world, and he's the richest man in the world primarily because he owns Amazon stock, okay? And pretty much everyone else who owned Amazon stock sold stock early. Alright, you know, they got out and they got back in. They traded their Amazon stock. They got out, they tried to get back in, they tried to trade it. But Bezos is like the ultimate degenerate hodler in that he just bought the thing and he's held it for whatever, 20 years now. That's why he's the richest man on the planet. Okay, and that alone is the reason. Now, when he was asked by a reporter once, how did you not sell the stock? How did you not capitulate? How did you not get worried that it was going to collapse? Because 5 times Amazon stock drew down over 80%. Okay? Now Bitcoin, we haven't seen an 80% drawdown in 5 years. So I know you're thinking you're in pain, but you don't know pain! is what Jeff Bezos will say to you. Okay? But 5 times he drew down over 80%. Okay? And he was 98% one time. That'd be like a Luna holder now. A Luna holder. And staying the course. Okay, be worse. But when he was asked, how did you survive all that volatility? His answer was, I focused on Amazon the company, where are we getting more customers? Or the way he phrased it was my network expanding? Meaning, are we getting more customers? And the answer to that question, he said, was yes, Amazon is growing, more people are using Amazon. So I didn't really care about the stock price. I didn't really care about how the rest of the world valued my company. I knew that I was onto a winner, and that's why I just sat in it. And the same is true for Bitcoin, because I don't care how the rest of the world values Bitcoin at this current point in time. All I know is every couple of years more of the world learns and understands Bitcoin, and more of the world chooses to hold Bitcoin. Okay? And if you look at Bitcoin, David shared a logarithmic chart of Bitcoin in our private group, and if you look at a logarithmic chart of Bitcoin over 13 years, it's just gone straight up. It's just a bull run. There's never been a bad time when you look at it in logarithmic terms, and that's why you have to look at this thing, because this is exponential growth. So by looking at a regular chart, all you're seeing is it's up, it's down, it's up, it's crazy. You look at that thing logarithmic and it's just a beautiful straight line up. And that's why I say to people, focus on the long-term game. If you truly understand this, you're going to be an accumulator, so therefore you love these times. You love crashes, you love corrections, because you get more Bitcoin for your money. Okay? Now the reason why I focus on Bitcoin when I build these pension plans, for all my clients, everyone who consults with me, we build it around Bitcoin. We might take a small element of risk in some other stuff, but we understand the risks, and our exposure is quite small just to manage that risk. But the reason for Bitcoin is, in 13 years, Bitcoin has always been the #1 cryptocurrency, okay? But every 4 years we go back and we look at the last cycle, there's a new list of latest and greatest, okay? But a lot of them have failed today. And if we go back 8 years, there's a new list that weren't around 4 years ago, but a lot of them have failed today. And that's why when we're building this plan, we build it around digital, sound money, okay? Hard money. And that's what Bitcoin is. Regardless of the price, it is that. Regardless, okay? The technology is the technology, and the technology hasn't changed. So That's what I focus on, and it being a clear out, it being a burn fest, it being a meltdown of people's portfolios, it allows people to see the mistakes they made, okay, and allows them to switch their plan and create a better plan, a more long-term plan, and to enter your second tour of duty. Because everyone who's in a crypto investor, a Bitcoiner, they've went through a massive meltdown and they've seen their portfolio get wrecked, okay? And everyone who's new thinks it's going to be easy, and they look at anyone who's made money in crypto and they say, you got lucky. But it's more than luck, okay? It's about having a strategy and a plan and a comfortable allocation that you're able to ride through the volatility, and also an understanding that the volatility is your opportunity, okay? The volatility is how we make money, and therefore, you know, new investors who don't quite get this, they'll only invest into the bull market, but the bull market is a terrible time to be trying to create a retirement plan. It's in these markets, when we're crashed, when we're red, when things are bleeding, when things are going to zero, this is actually where you create the long-term wealth. So stick by our strategy. You only lose when you sell is my how I understand this. And hit the like button, stay part of a community, use this time to learn and grow yourself as a person, and you grow your understanding, so that when the next bull market comes around, you're in a position, and all the hard work that you've done, because I don't know how long this crash is going to last. To be honest, secretly, I'm hoping it lasts a couple of months. Secretly, I'm hoping that. Well, publicly I've said that a couple of times, but I don't know. And I expect, because it's been a proper good crash, like, it's going to take altcoins a long time to recover. Retail are going to get smashed. A lot of them are going to leave, and they're going to miss out on this new technology's adoption. Hopefully, you guys that are watching are a little bit smarter than that. You're going to start watching a little bit better material and not look at the shill channels who just shill this crap and junk that ultimately you'll see it wrecks retail. Retail are the ones who lose when this happens. You know, the venture capitalists don't lose. Really, they don't. They're able to get out. That's how they got out of Luna. You know, the founders and the shillers of all this stuff, they don't lose. It's retail people who ultimately lose their money, which is painful, like, because retail people are here because life's already tough, and they see this as a this is going to get me out of the hole I'm already in. So that's why I don't like it, and I don't get involved in it. And although for the last couple of years Crypto Dinny has ample opportunity to shill stuff, every single week I have an email from a project where I could have shilled it, could have sold you guys MNFTs, could you got you some early stage stuff, but I just don't, because I just see it as too risky, and ultimately I don't want to take money from my community. The job is to help Bitcoin adoption, okay? And I think when you do good, ultimately, you know, we have, what's it called, karma, you know. And when you do bad and you know you're doing bad, and even if you don't know you're doing bad, you should know it. You know, a lot of these channels that are pushing junk and crap and encouraging people to trade and ultimately making their communities poor, you know, fair enough, you'll get a new community because there'll be a new batch of people coming in, greenhorns, and you'll be able to shill and teach them all the junk and crap and make them poor. With the old community, you won't be able to burn them again, because people learn, people aren't dumb. So anyway, hit the like button, hit the share button. Hopefully you got a little bit of value out of this. I've no good news. My only good news, you know, if your portfolio is wrecked, my only good news is if you're starting out today, today's a better time to buy Bitcoin than it was 6 months ago, because it was 70 grand 6 months ago, and it's under 30 grand today. So for me, I'm taking advantage of the opportunity. I know that Bitcoin is still the exact same protocol. I'm continuing to stack, continuing to accumulate, continuing to become part of communities, and to learn and grow. And yeah, just ride out the volatility, because volatility is your friend. Without volatility, you know, you're investing into gold and nothing happens, you just hold it for years. Not to say that gold is not a good investment, and full disclosure, I would also invest in some precious metals, and I will do a video maybe on that, chatting about that soon. But anyway, for now I will say, Dinny out. And don't forget your daily exercise. Smash the like button. Dinny out.